All right, what is happening, everybody? So, I'm going to be talking about an experiment I conducted for 1 month, and I will share with you my results, the positives, and the negatives, because they were negatives, okay? Right, so I did the Reeves experiment, Steve Reeves. Now, many of you might be wondering what is the Reeves experiment or who even is Steve Reeves. Right. So Steve Reeves was a professional bodybuilder, granted, granted as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, believed to be completely natural, which I believe as well. And the Reeves experiment was a story I heard that before, I believe it was the 1950 Mr. Olympia, Reeves had 4 weeks to train or something, and he did something extreme. He did 10 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Now, that is crazy if you think about it. 10 sets. Look at the volume, look at the frequency, look at the reps. About 8 to 12 reps of 10 sets. So, I thought, and I was very curious because I like experimenting. I thought, why don't I just try this for myself and see what I get? Now, I will be honest, I was very scared. Okay, I was really, really scared on like I might tear a muscle or break something, or like those videos where people are doing bicep curls and their bicep just like tears. I was frightened to death, but I thought I will. If I'm gonna do this, I'll do it safely. So, well, I will put the list up of what exercises I did. What I basically did, I took a muscle group and I split it into doing two, either I think it was one, two, or three exercises per muscle group. So for biceps, I did two exercises, 10 sets, 8 to 12 reps. For my chest, I did two or three different exercises, 8 to 12 reps. So I split it into that way. And one thing I want to make clear in this experiment, I didn't go anywhere near to failure because I did research and I found out if I went to failure, I would most definitely end up having an injury. Because doing 10 sets to failure, you're basically asking for trouble. And I didn't want to trouble, I didn't want to tear muscle. So I went there. So that out the way, let me tell you what actually happened. So what I did was a split. I did a split of back and chest, arms, and legs. Back and chest, arms, and legs, right? 10 sets, 8 to 12 reps to failure. Everything was going good, right? My muscles felt pumped for even days after. They looked very, very dense. Like, they looked bigger, don't get me wrong, but they looked very dense within the muscle, if that makes sense, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Which made me feel good because this was only a 1 month experiment. I only did it 3 times a week. So only 12 times within the month did I actually do the exercises. Right? On the fourth week, one downside did happen. And I will tell you one thing that did happen. Legs. My knee, my left knee, I suffered big amount of pain. Now, obviously, when you're doing 10 sets, even if you're not going to failure to 8 to 12 reps, something may happen. And I remember I was doing hack squats and my left knee started paining. So I had to reduce the weight by a lot and I had to do it much lighter, and even then it was hurting. And the issue with this is now it's been like 2-3 months since the end of this experiment, and my knee still sometimes hurts. So this was a big downside, right? So the volume really did cause certain amount of injury. Other than that, were there any more downsides? Time. If you can consider time a downside, it does take a long time to execute 10 sets, remember, right? Especially when you're doing a split of 3. So that's something to consider. Time was a big factor. I had a knee pain. Also tiredness. I was really tired because even though I wasn't going to failure, doing those 10 sets of 8 to 12 reps really tired me out. Really exhausted me even. That's the right word. I'm even tired now. I can't speak properly. All right, so those were the downsides. Positives. Before and after. I put a short up of before and after 1 month later. I wore the same pants and everything, you can tell, just to keep it consistent. I tried to keep the lighting same. It was a bit of different lighting. But I hope you can see in the after I was much thicker. My lower abs had so much more definition when I was doing my ab exercises with my legs. The lower abs had a lot of good definition. And yeah, overall, my muscle looked way more dense and thick. And even more defined in certain areas. It works. It worked. However, I recommend you only do it for 1 month. Because overdoing it, you are certain to get injured. Like I had those knee pain. If I'd continued going on and on, it could have gotten much, much worse. So that is something to consider. If you want to do this experiment, please do it safely like I did. Don't go near to failure. Keep the weights low. If a body part hurts, obviously stop, right? That is it. And yeah, for now I've gone back to doing 2 to 3 sets to failure because that really worked good for me, and I'm still able to keep the muscle thickness that I built in that 1 month experiment, which was also good. So overall, there were some downsides: time, tiredness, knee pain, joint pains at time. But the positives: thickness, definition, much better conditioning. It seemed to look more of a positive than a negative. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That was my experience doing the Reeves experiment, Steve Reeves's 1 month transformation experiment. It was a good experiment. I absolutely enjoyed it. We made a lot of big gains. Overall, I was happy. My weight only went up about 1 kilogram, so not much difference in the weight. But the definition, the thickness and everything did make it worth it. And I'm happy I conducted the experiment, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And I will be talking about more experiments that I conducted in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video. See ya.